dito tayo sa issue dyan sa Sanja Steel Plant. Kasi matagal kong minomonitor ito. Tapos, sa isang police blotter, may nagsumbong doon na gwardiya na merong mga Amerikano. Ito ring Sanja Steel Plant, meron din itong mga mga tauhan na mga Chinese. Anong nakikita, anong basa nyo po ukol dito? Bakit mahalaga itong mapag-usapan ito, Prof?
Okay. Maganda pag-usapan yung issue ng ng Sanja Steel company na ni-raid ng mga tauhan, DND, ng PAO, NBI, and even Chodoro Ibo was very much, and parang siya talaga sa mga ng sitwasyon na to. Ngayon, there are certain things that we need to remember. Ang steel company na ito ay nasa loob ng tinatawag steel PVDEC, which is an industrial or economic zone located sa Mindanao. Okay? So, ang sinasabi ni ang alam ko yun sa port, itong steel company raid for certain kinds of goods. One of that, ang sinasabi nila ay hazard daw ang produce or operations nila. May mga tinatawag na radioactive. However, hindi matanong naman ng ating mga authorities na nag-rate dyan kung ano ibig sabihin ng radioactive at ano yung threshold. Kasi it's one thing to say na may mga radioactive dyan, hazardous dyan. It's another thing to say na asan yung detection nyo. Kasi kahit naman sa hospital, may mga radioactive din. May threshold yan. So, ang tanong ko dyan, then show the proof as to the extent of radioactive. Kasi that's a steel company. In some ways, there will be radioactive really, but there is a threshold. So that is one question. The other, let's go to that domestic level muna before geopolitics. Kasi this is a very controversial issue na makikita mo, nagbabakbak si Ibo in defense ang AF and even ang PAO as against Chinese embassy. In fact, the question is it the defense and the AFP or FBI who should be dealing with the issue, or is it the industry, the Department of Trade and Industry? Because this is not something to do with business. Okay, so that's even one question. The other question that I have to our authority, second, anong ibig sabihin, illegal ba yan na company or not? Because the first, you have to answer, may term ba yan, illegal ba yan o hindi? Because you need to justify the rate. Kasi ang pahitap dito, Admar, ang rate na to, nung una, walang aspeto ng Amerika at walang aspeto ng blue politics. Ngayon kasi, lumabas na may mga focus na nakita na actually may mga Amerikano na gustong pumasok dyan sa area na yan at dyan sa company, steel company na yan. But basically the PVDEC area, because they're trying to look at the PVDEC area and even at that area ng company na para bang they're thinking na in 2027 balikatan military exercises in the armed forces of the Philippines and the US gagamitin nila. So may mga pictures na nakita at kumakalat sa social media. To be very frank, yung na pina-flash mo ngayon sa street, tinag ako yan, nakatag ako sa social media, kaya nalaman ko na may ganito. Kasi they were asking me and getting my attention, may ganito nga nangyayari sa ground. So ang tanong kasi, why the Americans are there? What is the reason why the Americans are there? Ano yan? Extension ng military architecture na nakatawag ng Pilipinas from the edge side going to that area? Kasi makikita mo, parang ang area kasi ito, if you look at it, it's very near the one edge side in Cagayan de Oro with the Lunga Airport. Malapit na eh. So ano yan? Is it an extension in a matter of time of the military extension of the US in the Philippines, but this one is more on civilian converted to a military facility in a matter of time if there is military contingency. What I know is there's already a fueling station in Mindanao that is being that it was established na parang ano ba, may kinalaman dyan ng US, and if you really look at it from a geopolitical perspective, that would serve a purpose na contingent, if there is a contingency, military contingency. So, ngayon, ang Mindanao, nakikita na nila na parang from Luzon area, nakikita na nila ang Mindanao, especially from Cagayan, na pwedeng extension ng natawag na military architecture ng US sa Pilipinas. So that's the geopolitical part of it. However, the political part has something to do also sa domestic level, enforcement of laws. Kasi maraming questions dito sa steel company na to na nirate ng una, bakit DND ang nag-raid? Bakit Sudoro is on the forefront of it? And the other one, bakit mga law enforcement agency, when in fact, the first one that should be on the forefront of these things, kung may mga illegal man nagkagawa ang steel company, should be, like for example, DTI. Saan ba nanggaling ang permit? Kung may permit ba siya, wala. O dapat magbigay ng permit ang pagsabi kung ano ba ang problema dyan. So, yun yung mga tanong din on my side. Nung nakita ko na ano to, bakit ba ito naging sentro ng usapan sa Pilipinas at nagbabagbakan ang Chinese embassy at si Kibo, when in fact, hindi naman ito national security concern at the moment. Yeah, so, it's a business entity. So, they should deal with it as an entity. And on the other hand, on the side of the Chinese embassy, nasa ko rin na kanilang mga nakapost sa Facebook, ang ina-argue nila, if they're saying na we are responsible on the right and welfare na kanilang national na nagtatrabaho sa Pilipinas. So it is but their right to respond to the issue. Kasi may 69 national citizen, Chinese citizen na na-attento in this regard. So siyempre, at the embassy, may consular services sa kanilang mga citizens. So it's their duty. So they're trying to defend themselves too. But on the other hand, Gibo is pushing the idea na para bang Chinese embassy is protecting the company and the owner, which is being linked to another person naman kasama sa tour. So ang gulo-gulo. Ang ano ko kasi dyan, ang sinasabi ko dyan, una, may geopolitical aspect ito dahil nakita nga ang mga Amerikano na nandiyan sa area after a month ng raid na nag-expect na para bang gagamitin nila ito sa balikan ng Earth Crisis o 2027. So that's the political issue. And then one target a Chinese company, nakita nyo yung link. Chinese company ang target, then suddenly Americans are in the area. So there is a geopolitical issue on this. So it means, kapag i-analyze ko siya, para bang targeted ang Chinese enterprises. Pero need to remember na may impact yan when you talk about economy and when you talk about securitization of the business enterprises in the Philippines. At ano yung impact nito kung titignan mo ang investment climate sa Pilipinas na kung saan other foreign investors may say na, wow, kung dito ka lang targeted pala ng or nito, pwede ka palang magkaroon ng itong sitwasyon. Saka, on the other hand, let me explain this, no? Kasi this is a very, nagiging critical na issue when in fact, dapat need to deal with this issue ng parang kung is related sa or investment related sa Pilipinas, to let the proper authority, proper agency, yun ang mag-deal with this, not responding to the issue, not the likes of that responding to the issue. Kasi hindi naman sila, are they, businessman or trade, Department of Trade and Industry? No, they are from the military. So hindi ko maintindihan bakit ang military at ang law enforcement ang sumasagot sa mga at nagdadala ng issue na hindi naman nila cargo dapat yung issue kasi hindi naman yun ang trabaho nila. So that is my question. The other one is, yung sinasabi nila na may mga station na parang ang products daw ng steel company low standard. As a Pilipinas, ang steel product at bawat construction nagre-require yan ng different kinds of steel. So before they even make kind of claim, dapat siguro aralin nila ang industry at ang construction industry sa Pilipinas para maintindihan nila. On the other hand, ang kita ko, may nakita din ako ng mga report sa social media na para ba ang mga workers na affected ng rape ay para sila nagreklamo na hindi ito advantages to them but disadvantages precisely because mawawalan sila ng trabaho. So in a way, magkakaroon ng impact sa buhay nila kasi wala kang job mawawalan ng income. So in a way, may ganong impact sa community. And on the other hand, this kind of activities na ginagawa ng ating ng mga tulad ko or ating yung PAO and at this time NBI, this is what you call economic sabotage in many ways. Kasi paano, di ba, kanina Admar, ang sabi ng Bangko ng Sentral ng Pilipinas, bumaba pa ang pasok ng investment sa Pilipinas. Now, with kind of situation na very reasonable naman, how would you attract foreign investors to come to the country when investment, because of nationality, or it comes from one certain country like China, is being subjected to security issues and then siya sa geopolitics. So how we gonna invite foreign investors sa Pilipinas kung ganito ang sitwasyon? On the other hand, when you talk about military, there is really this move at the moment na ang Mindanao ay nakikita as an extension area ng military architecture sa Pilipinas. At mayroon talaga ang United States at ang mga Amerikano na nasa Pilipinas and even in the United States saying na any kind of Chinese investment enterprises or whatever, mga dyan din nila na nandun sa EDCA site, dapat mawala. Oo, kasi EDCA site is actually US-based sa Pilipinas. So ang tanong ko, kung ganito, so ibig sabihin, gusto ng mga Amerikano at Pilipibo na wala na business ang China with us? Kung gano'n, kulubog ang ekonomiya natin. Kasi we cannot deny the fact that China is the big giant when we talk about investment, investors, and even business investment, not only in the Philippines, but even in the rest of in Southeast Asia and beyond. Kung ayaw natin ng business with China, di magkakaproblema talaga yung ekonomiya natin. Gusto mo, anong mangyayari sa Pilipinas? Kasi hindi mo matinay na ang Chinese enterprises sa Pilipinas is really contributing to the economy. On the other hand, let me clear these things though. I am not, kumbaga ako as a person and from outside, looking at the Philippines from outside, we have, as a country, we have our sovereign right to check all foreign investors na nasa Pilipinas or foreign business if they're doing bad or doing wrong things and make them accountable. But doing it has to be done the right way. And the right authorities and the right agencies should do that. It should not be subject to geopolitics and also it should not be subject to security by tinatawag na securitization. Kasi kung gagawin na ito, then it's not good for the Philippines when you talk about investment climate. And we need investors in the country kasi yun yung ang problema ng Pilipinas ngayon. Konti lang pumapasok sa foreign investment sa Pilipinas and it's already reported by Bangko Sentral and other agents ng kakabit sa ekonomiya. There's economy and finance. So ito talaga ang sitwasyon. So sa akin, ayaw ko ba, bakit ba ang defense at saka ang military are nandito sa issue na to when in fact they should focus on their job? Because this is related to business and investment. May mga naman ang Pilipinas na should be with this. At saka, bakit ba Bakit China lang ang isip nila? Eh, ang dami naman investment sa Pilipinas na from different countries. Eh. Bakit China? Ang focus na ito. Eh, bakit hindi pa niya nakita ang ibang doing also probably bad or maybe committing some kind of violation in the country? O bakit China ang tumigil out? O,
Opo. Paano kaya maiiwasan ito na hindi matag as xenophobic, no? Or may tinatarget lamang po kasi parang meron namang local authorities, merong mga lokal tayo or sarili
Yes.
nating batas na pwedeng pairalin kahit na hindi siguro kung totoo man na may involvement yung militar, may involvement ang kalihim ng Department of National Defense, meron pa tayong naririnig ng mga sundalo daw ng Amerika.
Oo.
Kaya naman sigurong i-enforce ito ng lokal na pamahalaan, ng PNP, ng DOLE, at kung ano ma, kung may mga malpractices man na ginawa. Prof, para
Tama,
plain
tama.
and square talaga na may iwasan ito mga ganitong issue na yung relasyon natin with ibang bansa ay hindi maapektuhan. Prof.
yes, I agree to admire. Kaya nga ang tanong ko ganito. Okay, let us say, for the sake of argument, may mga report, sabihin na natin nagkaroon ng report na that company may maybe substandard or whatever kind of activity. The proper authority should be the one bringing on that. Like for example, yung local government. Kasi saan ba kumukuha ng film permit? Ihatid pa sa local government. Kasi po ba yung first na dapat responsible sa isang company na nasa kanyang locality o yung local government. But look, there was an interview with the mayor of the area. Ang sabi ko ng mayor ng area, may permit. Wala naman kitang anything na ginagawa masama or so parang nagkakaroon ng disjoint in local community saying na this investment here in our locality it benefit us on the national level like of Ibo at PAM and others like I so my point siguro ang national before sila gumawa ng move they should coordinate the local government kasi local government ang nakakaalam kung ano talaga ang sitwasyon sa ground kasi kanila yan nandyan sila sa baba so yun ang hindi ko maintindihan and also on the other hand may mga alam mo yun mahirap sa atin Pilipinas kasi yung mga statements from our officials like for example may sabi nila ano daw sabi po may ang mga Chinese nationals daw iba ang treatment well proper here tapos ang Pilipino daw pinabayaan I don't think that's the case I that's the case kasi the company to follow rules they need to make it sure na lahat ng employees parehas yung treatment. I don't think. Pero ang tanong ko, sige, for the sake of argument, to have that kind of, may sinasabi, sige, gano'n. No, prove it, with facts. And not just with words. And also radioactive. Then prove it with facts kasi may threshold On the other hand, yung permit, galbak, may, hindi naman. So bakit kayo nandyan? O prove facts and evidence. And then why in the first place you're the one in this when you are you're supposed to bring defense, not like this. Is it a national security issue in the first place? Alam mo yun, they are committing policy. And what are the policies, right? I list the policies na nakukumit ng mga to. First, sweeping generalization. The third one is parang appeal to ignorance. Some people are ignorant in the Philippines na kapag sinabi mo, may radioactive. Siyempre, pumapasok mo, radioactive is dangerous. But look, even in hospitals, there are radioactive. Would you think the hospitals are also dangerous? It's a hospital. You know, so this is appeal to ignorance of people in our country. And the other one, hasty generalization. You generalize things in public, which in fact, kapag scrutinize mo yung case, bakit naman hindi doon? Pero ang tanong ko ito, ano ang impact nito sa Pilipinas? Kasi pag ganito ang ginagawa nila at sinasabi nila ngayon na may ang dami daw company na nagpo-proliferate at binibuild sa Trinidad, ang tanong ko, may construction mo sa Pilipinas for steel company to even operate. Kasi ang alam ko, ang problema ng Pilipinas ngayon under BBM is hindi nga nagkakaroon ng maraming construction dahil sa, aywan ko, parang nag-limit ata si BBM ng construction implementation sa infrastructure precisely because of the many corruption and then na may kasama sa DPWH infrastructure. To certain extent, even last year now, yung construction natin sa Pilipinas when it's building for bridges and all, bumaba. Kaya maraming companies related to infrastructure construction na nag-withdraw sa Pilipinas at hindi na nag-open kasi sila.